and I'll pull up my.
Oh, it's okay if I'm eating spaghetti, right?
I don't care if you're eating spaghetti.
Okay.
The irony is that people are going to hear that that's pretty much the first thing that gets said is that I'm
No.
pulling up my notes and you're asking about spaghetti. Anyway, as you guys make your way into the studio, Olaf is wearing his charcoal gray suit and he has a teal green tie, which if you haven't noticed, he's always got something the teal green, which is what I'm identifying the color of Rasselhag as. If you know from the BattleTech lore, each faction, of course, has its own one color that it stands out with on the map, and I'm calling teal green as for what it is for the Rasselhags. Anyways, so he's wearing his gray suit and teal green tie, and he looks only a little bit flustered. And then as he directs you guys to take a seat, because if you remember, he's got like his seat or his desk rather, kind of a talk show host desk, and then he's got two either like love seats or big fat lazy recliner type deals. Not recliners, but you know what I'm talking about, the big leather chairs or what have you. And they're kind of like in a U or a V shape. And you'll notice too that as he's pointing you guys to sit down, he has the pins on his collar, one for the honeybees and one for the crows, but he's got you guys on the opposite sides. So like his crows pin is on his left side, but he's got Luke sitting on the left. No. Yeah, you get the idea. He's got a flip flop. I think I just confused myself overthinking it. And he says, "Apologies, Tanaka-san. Luke, apparently my intern has yet to be found, and it's really starting to get a little disquieting. And yet it's showtime." And he'll point again, like I said, to the two seats in front of his desk. I already just read all that and explained all that, so I don't know why I'm reading this again. And so he'll clear his throat abruptly, and then someone off screen will count you down, and he goes, "Welcome back, mech fans. Wow, that was easily one of the best matches that we've seen in quite a while. Week 3 is concluding tonight, with our final matchup featuring one of our expansion teams and a team that has been known for hovering right around the cutoff point for postseason entry. And of course, after that, we'll be doing our wrap-up for the week. Once again, I am Olaf Krieg, and this is the Triple Press, brought to you by those wonderful people at the Donegal Media Group, the Krieg Dominion Media, and of course, the Solaris Broadcasting Company ever since 3022. Week 3 has promised and delivered some heavy-hitting action with some extra punch, courtesy of the Grasshopper round. That's right, as you've seen already this week with the previous matches, Grasshoppers have been the core of each team on the field, and tonight, no different. Thank you, Comstar, for providing all of those Grasshoppers for us to utterly destroy. Now, in this match coming up here in just a moment, the expansion team that we're watching is eagerly looking to stake its claim and prove its name here in the game. In the league. That's right, we're talking about the 1-win and 1-loss team, the Dover Crows. Coming to us from the Draconis Combine world of Dover, this team hit the league hard in their first week, easily overtaking their opponents, the Taurian Nationals. Now, while anybody can say that anyone can do that, the Crows went on into week 2, and we got to see evidence of a new strategy and how to deal with the Lyran debutantes, but the more experienced team turned the tables and ultimately pushed the Crows to surrender their mechs in order to reduce repair costs. Their opponents tonight are, of late, all the buzz in the studio. See what I did there, Luke? I hope you appreciate that. Following a number of rocky seasons in the past, 2 wins and 0 losses, the Canopian Honeybees exploded onto the field in the last 2 weeks, looking to dominate the competition, and let me tell you, they are off to an amazing start. Some bad press might have gotten in the way, though, and we all know that not everything happens on the field, but some of it takes place off. But I personally think the Honeybees have finally found the secret formula to getting wins and progress. And I am joined tonight by these two teams as managers, Kenji Tanaka of the Crows and Luke Labrador of the Honeybees. Gentlemen, welcome. A pleasure it is to see you once again.
Thank you.
Pleasure again. Bonjour.
Indeed. Now, Luke, my first question is for you. As I said during the intro, it's really looking like your team is finally getting that good ground under their feet with which to propel themselves forward. It's still early in the season. You are currently undefeated, and presently only 2 other teams have that distinction before this week. What is your secret, and what do you think your biggest challenge as a team manager might be in order to keep that record so solidly favoring the wins column?
Well, as I've mentioned in my first week and my second week, the cohesion has been a very big focus, but also staying a lot more calm and making more calculated decisions. Um, so we have been, as colloquially said, risking it for the biscuit sometimes. However, um, those are somewhat calculated risks, and we try to take them as they come. We try to weigh the benefits and go from there.
Indeed, and it's working for you, so keep it up,
Yeah.
I guess would be the correct response to that. Now, Kenji, and I hope I can call you by your first name, in week one, you favored some excellent use of terrain and other battlefield conditions to almost literally run circles around your opponent. It looked like you were attempting a similar methodology last week against the debutantes, but things very clearly did not go in your favor. Can you talk to us a little bit about the thought process leading up to the decision to surrender, and how has your team taken that loss, their first ever since last week?
Uh, I would have to say that they're just fine. They're still in high spirits. We considering that we weren't able to fully repair one mech, but we still have a few others that we can use. I'd have to say that we're doing all right. Um, 1 for 1 isn't a bad place to be.
No, it's certainly not. And it's still quite early in the season. We've got several weeks to go yet before crunch time, as it were, starts to kick in.
Mm-hmm.
Luke, this week, both you and your opponent will be receiving a fourth mech for this match, and we've seen it with the other teams already. This is, of course, the final match of the week. You're currently undefeated, but trailing behind the leading team by no small measure. With the Grasshoppers on the field, the potential for more than normal points is here. What plan do you have to capitalize on both the extra mech and those extra points in order to get to the top of the league?
Well, those are trade secrets, but I'll divulge. So um, the use of the extra mech will definitely be an asset.
Indeed. Indeed. And a very short, succinct answer, but one that
Yes.
works quite well. And we won't mention, we saw it earlier tonight where one team went from about the middle of the pack right to the top based on their outcome. Of course, we'll be talking about that when we get to the week in review. Kenji,
Oh,
in a similar vein, you'll have a fourth mech and more points available to grab up. You're currently tied for seventh place with the opposition, and you've only been oh boy, and as has been only mentioned a few times thus far, only the top six are guaranteed. I'm sorry, let me reread this question. My handwriting is horrible. You're currently tied for seventh place with the opposition, and as has already been briefly mentioned a few times, only the top six teams are guaranteed a position in the playoffs come postseason. What are the Crows going to do to get those points and get themselves higher up on the leaderboard?
Well, keeping in mind financial situations for ourselves, we're not trying to bury ourselves in debt, so to speak. Um, I don't know, maybe a more aggressive or maybe a more passive but slow approach should be taken this time, but time will tell.
Hit them hard or hit them precisely is what I'm
Yep.
hearing in that. And a good answer, don't get me wrong. Luke, no matter how things here go tonight, two things are certain. The Honeybees have a point to make, and the Luthien Dragonborn are a dominating powerhouse of a team. Next week, you'll be going head to head with the currently ranked number one team in the league. There won't be any special conditions, but surely you must know this is going to be a tough fight. What are your thoughts about that fight?
so I have given that some thought as I've just recently been released the schedule. Um,
Yes, I heard that information was released to teams awfully late in the season.
that's okay. Um, so as much as we are concerned that the bees might be facing a boot, um, we need to make sure that we stay on track with our team. We might have to find some special tactics and possibly even a little bit better groove on the mechs that we field so that we can properly antagonize them. The win may not be the exact thing that we're going to get, but if we can get out of there with some points, then I think that might still be a win nonetheless.
Indeed, getting some points instead of no points.
Yeah. Now, I remember going up against the Dragonborns in season one and ending up with 0.
It can happen. It can happen.
Oh yeah.
Well, maybe not necessarily 0. Getting 1 point, the obligatory point you get just for losing a match.
Yes.
But yes, nonetheless, walking away with fewer points than you could have got is always something of a blow to the morale, the stamina.
I'm hoping to trade with him at
Yeah,
the
there you
very
go.
least.
There you go. Kenji, my final question for you is similar to the one I just asked Luke. Next week, you'll be going up against American Industrialists. In previous seasons, this team was one of the teams to look out for, arguably always at or very close to the top, and nearly always for 3 years. Lately, however, they haven't been doing well. Your opponent here tonight beat them last week, and the week prior it was the Golden Suns. Now, they did have a really good match earlier today. Again, we're going to save that for the weekend review. But what are your thoughts about facing off against what has traditionally been a very powerful team?
I don't know. We've sort of kept an eye on them as we sort of watched last season.
Oh, shit. 1 second. I can't hear you guys. Give me just a second here. Yep, there we go. Yeah, as I mentioned before we started, that my cat was going to wake up eventually, and he's not yet in an asshole mode, but he is awake. Sorry, please, go ahead. Continue with your answer. I can re-ask if you need me to.
Yeah, go ahead really quick.
Okay. So my last question is similar to the one I just asked for the Honeybees. The American Industrialists, who you're scheduled to face next week, they've been a predominantly dominating team for the last few years, despite current recent setbacks. What are your thoughts about facing off against the Merrics next week?
We sort of look forward to it. However, we have been sort of keeping an eye out on the teams that were here last season as we were sort of hovering around before officially joining this season.
Okay.
So we look forward to it.
All right. Well, I'm sure the Industrialists will be more than happy to add you to their collection of defeated teams.
Oh.
I am, of course, slightly biased. I really like the Industrialists, but, we'll see what happens. At any rate, there you go, Mech fans. Our next match is about to start, so let's direct our attention to the field, where the Grasshoppers are just now leading their teams out. So let me get that up. Let me switch it over to that screen. All right, and then I need my rules. Guess I need to refer to anything. All right, I do need both of y'all to join the server.
Oh, whoops! I thought I had that loaded up. Yeah.
Now,
Just a moment, Sonny.
yeah, no worries. Now, normally our first step is to add 1 point of experience for each pilot and tech for both teams. I've already done that.
I'm just gonna get some water real quick.
Yeah. I've already done that prior to booting everything up. So once you guys are here, we'll be able to resolve the midweek events. And we'll start with the home team, which is the Honeybees. So Luke, I can't see you anymore because I switched screens. Just let me know when you're ready.
He said he was getting water, so he'll be back shortly.
Motherfucker, I didn't write this down. I didn't write down your MWE either. Shit. Why did I not do that? Training and marketing sound right for you? House?
Let me just double check, but it sounds about right.
And no for gathering intel, correct?
Oh no, it was supposed to be a yes. Hold up. This
Okay.
might be different then. I'm checking.
It could be. I may not, because I don't always update this tab because I have my handwritten notes.
Oh, yeah, I guess I said no. All right.
All right, well, we'll leave it at no then.
And then, yeah, training market.
Okay. And then for the Honeybees, I may not have put theirs in. I did not put theirs in. And I don't really feel like showing everybody our conversations and DMs.
Okay, I'll go find it.
Yeah, sorry, man. I don't know why I didn't write it. This is a habit that I've kind of picked up where, like, one match I won't
Marketing
have
and
all the
training.
info in there. What was it?
Marketing and training?
Market and trading. And you're gathering intel, yeah?
No.
No? Okay. All right. Well, that was a quick fix. And apologies to the viewer. Let's see. First thing we have is a 2d6 roll from Luke for marketing.
Actually put roll this time.
Yes, spelling is the thing. 5. That is no result, unfortunately. Training is also a 2d6 roll, please. A total of 12. Let's see what that gives you. Let's see. Training results: a +2 experience to all pilots and techs, except those Jesus Christ, anybody injured. I don't think there are like hardly any in the league so far. So let me go ahead and add 2 points of experience to all your pilots and techs. That's, of course, on top of the one that I've already put in prior to starting the show. Okay. All right. And now for the crows. Talus, please give me a /roll 2d6 for training. You rolled a 5. That is no results. And then your other option was marketing, which is a 9. That's going to give you something. Go ahead and give me a /roll 2d3. You're going to gain some money. Total of 4. Every little bit helps. All right. And then both of you have declined gathering intelligence. So on that, we'll just load up the unit list and then I'll divvy them up so you guys can review your team. Once I go through this ridiculously long file path to get to the week. And
Remember to put yourself as team 0.
Correct. I need the honeybees versus crows. And then I am team 0. And then I don't need a bot. I just need to make sure you guys get the correct ones.
Mm-hmm.
Honeybees. And Undertaker. All right. So please take a moment to review your pilots, your mechs, make sure all information is correct. For the viewers at home, we've got about just shy, or maybe just a tiny bit over 900 battle value favoring the honeybees. That doesn't always mean anything. It could still go sideways quickly for one team for any number of reasons. But once you are ready, I just need Luke, go ahead and choose your starting side of the map or corner once you are good to go. And then Talus, once he's got that and you're good to go, choose the opposite corner or side, please. We are looking at, in addition to a Grasshopper on each team, for the honeybees, we're looking at a Thunderbolt, a Crab, and a Griffin 2N, which has the ERPPCs on it. And then we're looking at the Awesome, the Griffin normal one, and the Jenner. The one that the Jenner I like, because there's a slight bit more armor and less missiles, as in 0 missiles. All right, everybody is happy. Everybody's good. All information for your pilots is correct.
Yes.
Go ahead and mark done for me. And away we go.
All right.
And I am now in the position of where I don't really get to see a whole lot because of the double blind. But
No,
that's
you
okay.
get to see now because you're team 0.
Nah, unfortunately, it doesn't work. I had a bunch of question marks. I don't see anything with no team. I think I'm just kind of SOL, but it's okay because I'll have, once you guys start getting line of sight, I'll at least have that much.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a setting that I need to tweak to fix that, and I don't really mind as much. It gives me as long as I get to see the damages, that's really what I need to keep track of. Oh, that reminds me. Let me go ahead and pull up, just in case, so I don't forget. Where is it? I need the slides. Second to the last slide. Just so I don't forget. It works with Grasshopper. Alright, but as a recap for the Grasshopper, not only does the Grasshopper count as a normal mech for points tabulation at the end, a heavy mech, worth 3 points on a kill. Leave 5 points if you manage to utterly destroy it. But also you get an additional 5 points for killing the opponent Grasshopper, and 3 more if your Grasshopper is alive at the end, or you lose 3 points if your Grasshopper is dead. That's the gist of it. Oh, I see some ECM activity. I forgot about that Griffin having that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right. Fair shake on the initiative, it looks like. And we are off into the movement phase of round 1. See, the Crows have set up a line-ish formation. Whereas we've got, excuse me, we've got 2 teams down here in the Honeybee side. It's a curious setup, but I like it. I'm curious to see where this is going to go. Interesting, interesting. Yes, so our final match of the week, which means I will see about getting a week in review video out tomorrow. If not, it'll be Tuesday. Which means by the end of this week, I will have week 4 matches and time slots posted. And we could probably get started recording those matches by about mid to late week, based on everybody's schedule and stuff. Week 4 is coming, my friends. I know this week took a little bit longer than the previous weeks to get resolved, but, you know, I can talk a lot of shit, but I cannot mess with Mother Nature. And that's all I'm going to say on that.
The tense moments before the first fire.
Of which 90% of it will miss.
Yes.
Although I have had, in Mega Mech matches against the bot, I have lost my mercenary commander in the first freaking round of fire. I don't remember if it was the first round or if it was just the first round of actual like good shots getting through. This one was definitely a good shot because I believe it was something like a Gauss round to the head, and it took out my battalion commander. And I was like, God damn it, that's a kick in the dick right there.
All right.
All right, we've made it to the firing phase. Let's see what happens. We've got a PPC on the south side of the map. We got a large laser. We've got some LRMs. Actually, we have a couple of large lasers. And on the north end of the map, we've got a couple more lasers and a bunch of PPCs. By a bunch, I mean 3 on one mech. And then a Griffin nearby.
Yeah, a whole bunch.
Yeah, there's like 4 PPCs on that side of the map. But it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. And it was because of those extra points alone the Merrics have changed the point spread landscape in the league. But tonight, we could see another big jump.
All right, well, let's see how this works.
Yep, that sounds like somebody's firing order is complete. And we're waiting to see what that Jenner and Grasshopper on the Crow side of the map do. We'll see what kind of markings up I might have to do.
Yeah, you see my arrows.
I see them now. I mean, I can see everybody, so... But again, that's because your mechs have line of sight to each other. Alright, let's see. Griffin on the Crows takes a hit. Thunderbolt on the Honeybee side takes a hit. And that is
Not
it.
much else.
Not much
Nope.
else. But that's
Alright.
what we expect in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
Heat is manageable. And in the initiative, it looks like the Grasshopper and the Jenner on the Crow's side is moving last.
Yeah.
It's always a bad thing for somebody when that light mech with good mobility is moving dead last. Oh, man, excuse me. Enemy mechs advancing. Well, it's really not. I guess enemy is kind of subjective. I don't know, man. Talos made it sound like he's gonna kick the Industrious ass next week. We'll have to see about that.
I wasn't
Boyle.
even intending that.
It's not even close to what I was trying to say.
I was just saying we were like hovering. That was it.
You know me
Alright.
though. I gotta talk shit. That's what I do.
I think it's Jenner's turn or Grasshopper's turn.
Yeah.
Both.
Yep. The Grasshopper and the Jenner still have to go. And I
Jeez.
believe it was Grasshopper. Yeah, it was Grasshopper first, because I was just talking about how the Jenner goes last.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there it is. There's Grasshopper. What is that Jenner gonna do? I don't think he's got enough mobility to actually get behind anybody. But you know, Jenners are Jenners. They can be sneaky. They can be right assholes.
Oh wow.
All
That is
right.
a fast Jenner.
Yeah. That
Alright.
7-11-5. Nothing beats the day in 30-22 when a Jenner ran something like 9 or 10 hexes straight forward into the back. Or, no, not even the back. Like the front right arc of a Warhammer and fuck that Warhammer up. Oh, that was such a bold play I did against Darius. That was during the last team standing match, mid-season special event, when I was playing as the Merrics. Just literally, just my Jenner was in a position where he could get 9 hexes of movement and get it within like 1 or 2 hexes of a Warhammer, and he just blasted with all 4 medium lasers. And I think
Oh
3 out of
wow.
4 hit, but that Warhammer was already pretty well fucked up, and I think I tore out some more criticals and just made it a hell of a lot worse for him at that point. I may have even gotten the kill, if not that round, the very next round, before I got my Jenner out of there. It was towards the end of the fight. Man, that was a great match. It was a really good match for the Industrialists. Not so much the Golden Suns. They got double teamed and out of the fight pretty early.
All right, so this is going to be a real round.
Yeah, here we go. All right, PPCs at the
Jesus
Thunderbolt.
Christ.
1 out of 3 hit. We've got some more fire now hitting on the Griffin 2N. LRM's missing. AC-20 missing on the Griffin 1. ERPPC on the Griffin 1, internal slot and critical on the Griffin 1. That's going to take it all the way up to heavy damage. Let's see, Grasshopper. Jenner misses with 3 out of 4 lasers on the Thunderbolt. And I am done, I think, with marking up mechs here. Ooh, that Griffin taking that critical slot so early in the fight, too. Let's see, Awesome is running a little bit hot, but that's what Awesomes do because, well, they're awesome. Oh, shit. Fucking cat. I didn't even know he was down there and fucking just clawed me a little bit. Alright. Oh, the Griffins are going last. That'll
Yeah,
be
it's
interesting.
gonna be dueling Griffins.
Yeah. And one of them's already pretty well tore up. What are you doing, dude? Bitch. Come on, buddy. What are you doing? I didn't know you were down there. Didn't mean to kick you.
Oh my god.
I didn't kick him, but it was enough to get him to swing at me.
Oh.
He's been kind of bumped, which is more accurate as to what happened. He's been bumped a couple of times down there because I won't remember that he's there or won't realize that he's there.
Okay.
You know how it is. Animals get
Stretch your legs.
Yeah, yeah. Ah, hell, one time I rolled the chair over his tail.
Oh shit.
I didn't realize he was in that position. I rolled back, like I scooted back just a little bit. It was just enough for him to meow harshly at me. I think that was the cat version of fucker.
Yeah.
Of course, he bolted as soon as he could. I didn't realize he was there. I was like, oh man, I felt so bad. Been super sleepy today, so I hope he's all right. But also, I don't know if I want to deal with him being an asshole all night.
Yeah.
But then again, my youngest son was here yesterday and today, so perhaps he's a bit tired out from all that. You got some interesting stuff going on over here on the left flank. This will be interesting. Not to keep using the same damn words, but oh dear. Calculated risk right there with a Griffin.
Minimum
Getting
range.
just inside the minimum range of an Awesome that has fired 3 PPCs for 2 rounds in a row. But also the Crow's Grasshopper is looking a bit on the exposed side of things. Also, conversely, that Crab has to make some smart choices right now,
Yeah.
or he's going to be questioning his life decisions. And it's official. We have what they could say a tussle going on now.
There we go.
Interesting. Interesting. Predicted that particular series of movements right there.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of the only shot for that one.
I don't remember what's on. I know there's an AC-20 on the 5D. What else is on there? Oh, just that and the LRM-10. So it's kind of like a griffin, except more boomy than bangy. I don't know if that made any sense. Holy shit, that is a lot of misses right there. Oh, man. Awesome eats a large laser, but a bunch of medium lasers miss. The Griffin doesn't take it, or let me rephrase that. The Crab fires off too large and a medium and misses on the Griffin. The Grasshopper fires on the Griffin too and misses everything.
How did this happen?
The Awesome misses with 2 PPCs and a small. The Jenner is the only one that consistently hit with anything. 3 out of 4 lasers on the Crab. So let me go ahead and mark the Crab because he's not already been marked. And then the Griffin, too, firing on the Grasshopper. The Grasshopper eats a PPC, but no missiles. There isn't even enough damage on the board for anybody to do PSRs, so...
No.
that was so anticlimactic. That round could have been a lot harder than that. But no. And again, moving into round 4, the battle value sitting at the difference of only 0.1% due to those missed shots. And as they say, you will miss every shot you don't take. And in this case, many of the ones you do take. Jesus. It was like a solid 3 out of every 4 shots missed. It might have even been closer to 4 out of 5. That was ridiculous. But sometimes RNGs just be that way.
Yep.
Or if you're playing Blood Bowl, Nuffle. But same difference. Oh, good. The cat's eating. Let me take this time now to stretch my legs without worrying about bopping them. And I didn't even look at the initiative. I talked so much about the battle value barely changing. You've got 1 Griffin already moved. Awesome has repositioned. Not. I don't know if I would have made that move, but I'm going to shut my mouth now.
Overall, not a terrible move. I can't really get too close to him.
Well, I don't know. I'm looking at your Grasshopper now, but I don't want to comment too much. I think that could have gone a little bit differently, but that's just my opinion, and I'm not the one in control, therefore don't see all the options. I have the Monday morning quarterback view.
Yes.
The difference is my view is live versus tape delayed.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I need to keep my mouth shut in that regard because, again, I have that distinct advantage that you two don't. Although you do have an interesting duo set up there on the right side, Luke. I'm not going to lie to you. You actually have a really interesting... Because you got the super heavy punch, the AC-20, and then you got a bunch of lasers to follow it up with.
Yeah.
That is an interesting 1-2 combination right there.
And they're both heavies.
Yep. Which means they can not just give damage, but they can sustain several bits of it. Ooh, did not see that move coming. Very seriously, I did not see that move coming. Interesting. Interesting. If I didn't know any better, I might have to make an argument about my son reading Sun Tzu.
Hmm.
I'm, I'm kind of impressed at the moment, to be totally fucking honest with you, man. Like, my son is pulling off some shit that I was like, did not expect him to be able to do that. Ooh. Ooh, that's gonna be ugly. That's gonna be ugly. Ugh. All right, let's get the firing underway. I want to see which Griffin pops first. I already have a good idea which one. Talus,
Mm.
as you're calculating, don't let me distract you, but I have a couple words I want to throw your way. And those words are Mech Warrior 5, clans.
I saw.
Yeah? What are your thoughts?
Mm, honestly, not too sure. I read an article, and honestly, it was like early morning before one of my classes for college, and sort of breezed over my head.
Just, yeah, you're just like, yep, those are definitely words on a screen.
Yeah,
I know
I
that
had to
feeling.
reread it.
Um, I don't know the timeline of when it's going to be available, but we should definitely take a look at acquiring it once it first gets here. Um, my understanding, and this is almost strictly an opinion because I have not read hardly anything about it, but my understanding is you start off as a Smoke Jaguar Sibco cadet, and you will work your way through the clan invasion, through the clan Smoke Jaguars side of things, which arguably is probably one of the most evil of the clans. In the we need a really good bad guy, they're not even a good bad guy. They're just a horrible bad guy, but they do
All
bad
right.
very well. All right, awesome. Taking a bunch of hits. We got a what is that? A right torso critical that gets re-rolled. I'm not sure what's in the right torso that would trigger a critical, or excuse me, a re-roll with edge, but it hits. Awesome is now taking internal structure damage thanks to that AC 20. That's going to take the awesome up to moderate. Let's see what else we got. Grasshopper taking some hits. The awesome clowns. I don't know, that's not a word, but pounded. Holy crap. 3 for 3 on the PPCs on the crab. The crab is now up to internal structure. Crab's at moderate. And then the Griffin also taking internal structure, but I think I had that one. Oh, and there goes the PPC, the big gun for the Griffin 1N. And then we have the Crab taking more internal. We get a right leg critical re-rolled with edge. No edge remaining on the Crab pilot, by the way.
Yep.
And then the Thunderbolt takes a few hits. The Griffin has fallen over, but the pilot is okay, which means that Griffin is probably going to take a Griffin-sized boot to its face here in a moment. I am good. That was what the previous round should have looked like, by the way, gentlemen. If you could do better at hitting more often, I would appreciate that. I'm totally
If
talking
you
shit.
just could do better.
Yeah. I'm totally talking shit. Talos, whenever you're ready, please click done.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just catching up.
Yep, no
Yeah,
worries.
there's a lot going on in that
There
round.
is. I skimmed it for the big moments and keeping mech damage updated, but beyond that, you guys probably want to get more into the nitty gritty.
Yeah, we need a little bit more of the details.
Yep. Yep. Oh,
All
your
right.
Griffin pilot, Talus, has no edge remaining either because his head got hit on the way down.
Yeah.
Instead, takes 6 points of damage to the right torso and center torso.
Mm.
So now for the melee phase, and it looks like the only melee action is going to be the Griffin 2 kicking the Griffin 1. And your Griffin 2 is now out of the fight. It's lost its PPC and its LRM 10. Give me half a second here.
You're also muted. We can't hear you anymore. Oh, he's talking to someone. Never mind.
I got back. Sorry, Kanan
All good.
came back, and I think he was hoping to get on the computer, but he's just realizing that the time is not going to work. Anyway,
All right.
let's see. Heat. But yeah, oh yeah, that's what I was saying. Your Griffin is pretty sure that Griffin is without weapons, which makes it
Yeah.
crippled technically. While you guys are resolving the next bit here, let me take a look at the rules and the definition of cripples. That sounded bad. Let's see.
What the fuck? Shit.
What do you like?
Yeah.
Oh,
What the
wow.
hell is that?
Wow. Let's see. God damn it.
Wow.
Boxcar. Almost boxcar. Jeez.
Yeah, you definitely took the short end of that initiative roll.
Wow.
Wait, let's see.
All right.
Okay, so according to the rules, a crippled mech is defined as a mech having lost a leg, suffering either an engine or gyro hit, or when it was previously marked utterly destroyed but rescued by a 6 on a 1d6 roll. So while
It's
your
not
mech has
actually
lost,
crippled, I
see.
guess. It just doesn't have weapons, I guess.
Yeah, let me see what it does. It show
It's still
both.
death from above.
I know. Yeah.
It can do that, but I mean, that's when we start getting into the nitty gritty of at what point should you just call it for that mech? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you're the coach of that team, so it's your call. It's not like it's a bot where the call starts getting questionable. But it is your call to choose what you want to do with that. At any rate, it is your turn to move, so please do what you wish with what you have.
With what I can do.
Uh-huh. Because I saw a battle value number that was significantly lower now. 93 to 80 in favor of the honeybees.
Yeah.
You obviously don't have to do this if you don't want to, but usually the cool thing to do at this point with that griffin is to surrender it. At some tables, that mech definitely falls under the forced withdrawal conditions, which means that mech is supposed to make its way off the map. But that's different tables, just FYI.
What state is my friggin' crab in?
I would call it bang the fuck up.
Yeah, but like not
I mean, your
not
armor
dead.
is yellow for the most part, but you do have that one torso that was ripped apart, and you sneeze on it, everything on that left side is gone.
Yeah.
Of course, your heat's up,
Which
but crabs run pretty warm anyways.
yeah.
As far as armament, you still have every other option. It's just, again, you are a sneeze away from losing that thing.
From the rear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not abandoning your griffin?
No, not yet.
It is an
Okay.
interesting move to make with the griffin, though. What? No, don't you start. No. No, we're not playing that game. You go back to being the cute sleepy kid. Shut up. Yep. And there he goes. Now he's being an asshole. Just because you slept all afternoon doesn't let you be an asshole now. All afternoon,
All
and
four
half evening.
jammed.
What's that? You got
All
them
four
all?
jammed.
You should get like an achievement badge or something for that.
Pretty much.
Man, that crab's paint job almost makes him look like he's one of the crows now.
Almost.
It doesn't have that shiny yellow hex design anymore. All right. Let's get into the shooty shoots. Ooh. That's going to be
Ooh, indeed.
That is going to be rough.
Hmm.
I'm interested to see this one.
Yeah, this is going to be Oh, here we go.
Okay.
All right. Jenner taking hits. The Jenner hasn't even taken hits until now.
Nope.
Grasshopper takes some hits. The crab losing internal and slots, taking him up to heavy damage. Crab doesn't eat. And that's all I got. That's
Oh, it's not bad.
It's not bad at all. I was expecting a lot more boom in there, but mostly the crab getting messed up. We do have that one kick to resolve. Internal structure on the awesome. I already had the awesome at moderate damage, so.
Oof.
13 heat on the crab. It's a little
Yep.
warm. It's a little toasty.
Yeah, I've been pushing the crab a little bit hard. It's gonna take a turn to relax now.
No. Look at that initiative, though. Oh, that's not initiative. That's heat. I'm sorry. Don't listen to me. Now look at the initiative. Still turning against the crows here on the initiative order. 91 to 77 in favor of the
Yeah.
honeybees. Going into round 6. Of course, 10 total rounds is the time limit. Hmm.
That's not. Oops. Not that many.
Hmm.
Interesting. Interesting.
Indubitably. Oh.
Not a bad move to make. The crab, that is.
Well, I believe the Jenner was trying to sneeze on me.
Yeah. I think the Jenner is still going to try to sneeze on you. He's just going to add a little extra ballistic oomph to it. Well, not ballistic, but energetic oomph.
Yes. Quite. Okay.
Hmm.
What are we doing here?
I don't know. I'm waiting to see.
Hmm.
Oh, man. Left arm annihilated by the AC-20 on the awesome. I think we saw that happen coming, though. I don't think that's really much of a surprise.
Yeah.
Let's see. Awesome loses an arm, but I've already got the awesome up to moderate damage. I think technically that actually bumps him up to heavy for losing an arm. I'll review my rules here in a moment. Crab losing more armor. Thunderbolt losing more armor and has 2 edge remaining now. And then the Crow's Grasshopper losing internal slots. Or not internal slots, sorry, internal structure. Thunderbolt
left
losing internal
arm.
structure. What's that?
Before its left arm. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's it. Oh, and we have a Honeybee Thunderbolt falling over, but Schwitt is okay.
That's good. Schwid is a good person.
Yeah. The Thunderbolt's not in a position to receive a kick. So that's a
Nope.
good thing. However, your fancy pants Griffin is about to get kicked because that's about the only thing that Griffin can do.
But I can punch back.
Yes, you can. and also your crab. So let's see what we got here. Let's see. The punches, 1 for 2.
Griffin misses.
1 armor
Understandable.
remaining on the Griffin's center torso, by the way. The kick on the Griffin 2 misses by 1. That's
Yeah.
a
Ooh.
kick of its own.
Yeah.
The Jenner kicks the crab. A well-placed sneeze removes the right torso, as predicted previously. That is going to take the crab up to heavy if it's not already there. It is. The crab misses with both punches. Crab is kicked and remains standing. Griffin missed a kick and fell over, destroying his right arm.
Yeah.
Again, recommendation. However, I should also point out that your pilot Salam is still okay.
Yeah.
I recommend not junking, but jumping the Griffin at this point. But that's again, it's your call to make, man. That dude is like so close to just dying or something.
Okay.
Heat is up on the Jenner, but that's not unusual. Cat is being annoying, also not terribly unusual.
It's not unusual to have a cat.
It's not
that's
unusual
annoying.
to be annoyed by your cat. Kind of a fair spread, but not really. Actually, no. It looks like the Honeybees get the advantage there. The score has changed, 84 to 74.
Dude, my awesome is getting screwed over in initiative. God.
Yeah, he is. And you're in a
Oh.
position where you need to I can't tell you how to play. I can't tell you how to play.
Nope. Let's see.
Moving into round 7, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, round 7. There's a part of me that wants to make a funny comment, so I'm just going to make the funny comment. It's a 50-50 chance as to which one of them is currently eating chips. I'm leaning a little bit towards my son.
Cap.
No lies?
Yep. It's not me.
Oh, it's not you?
No, it's me. I've been muting, but then I forgot which side
No,
of the
it's
mute
all
I'm
good,
on.
man. It's all good. I'm not even calling. I realize I am calling you out, but I'm not doing it intentionally to call you out.
Oh, yeah.
It's just I was sitting here thinking about it
Alright.
because I heard it a couple of times, and I was like, I can't see my Zoom window because I have to keep this window up. But I'm like, I can't tell which one that is, and I feel like it's probably my son, but maybe it's Luke. I don't know.
It might be Luke.
It might be Luke. It might be my son. Interesting.
The crab is a bit more of a waste right now.
Yeah. So the crab and the griffin should just go and kick each other until one of them goes boom, huh? Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh no, that's not the griffin. Oh yeah, okay.
No,
see
I
what
meant
you
I meant his griffin.
mean. Uh-huh.
His one-armed griffin with no teeth. Interesting. Ooh.
Whose turn is it anyways?
Oh, I can't say what I'm thinking, but I will say this: despite having no teeth, he still is carrying ammo.
Hmm. I'm not mean.
No, 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 I know, but I was amusing myself with the idea of
Yeah.
like, don't have any
A
guns, but I
bluey.
got plenty of bullets to make myself go kaboom.
Yeah. I don't want to risk a pilot death.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, it's only the intentional pilot deaths, i.e., the pilot is ejected and you shoot them when they're on the ground.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, if the mech is still functioning and fighting, it's a clean death as far as that goes. It's another when you step on them or shoot at them when they're on the ground. That is intentional and clearly malicious. That's when you get the -5 penalty to your fan roll.
Oh, that would be interesting.
What's that?
Nothing.
Okay.
Oh man,
I see the awesome turned around.
he did.
Yep. Yep. So did the Jenner.
All right.
All right, now we get to see where. I don't know. Is Thunderbolt moved?
No, his Thunderbolt and Griffin go last. I'm pretty sure. Oh, and get to see a kablooey mech go boom.
Yeah. And he's also jammed your entire team presently. Your Grasshopper still has a chance to get out of it, but
thought my Grasshopper moved already.
no, your Grasshopper still has to move.
Um,
You could tell when you look at the names if they look like they're kind of
Oh,
blacked
yeah,
out,
yeah.
they've already moved.
Hmm.
That's why I was confused. I couldn't remember off the top of my head what a prone mech looks like if it's moved and remains prone.
Wait a. Oh.
Yeah, like my grasshopper's green, your grasshopper's green.
The others they have that gray out or black out or whatever you want to call that. I think technically that's just a white font on a gray background versus the sky blue on a black background or whatever.
All right. I await whatever that grasshopper does. It could be very bold. It could not be bold. It could be italic, maybe. I know, I went there.
Yeah.
Perhaps highlighted. Did you jump Rooney?
Drew Maroney, he did.
Interessante, as they say south of the river. And you know, if you go in the right direction on the other side of the pond.
Yeah, to a very specific location.
Yeah. Ha ha ha! Jumpy, jumpy.
Yes.
All right, this will be an interesting round. I think we're going to see at least one mech go down and out. The question, though, is which one, and will there be others?
That is a very good question.
Both teams have a mech that could easily go down and not get back up. Down for the count, as they say.
That's
Both teams could possibly lose more than one, depending on how things shake out.
All right. It's in God's hands now.
It's in God's hands.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Hits.
Awesome
Wow.
eating lasers. Thunderbolt shooting at the awesome.
Hits.
Grasshopper on Grasshopper crimes. That didn't sound. Or maybe I shouldn't have said that. I don't know. Let's see. Crab is
Ooh.
crippled with an engine
No.
hit.
You didn't go all the way to the
Yeah,
bottom.
no, I
of
didn't
that
make it
one.
all the way down. Crab is destroyed.
Oof.
So that is a kill credit for the Jenner pilot. That is Toju getting kill credit. Grasshopper shooting up the Thunderbolt. What do I have the Thunderbolt at? I have the Thunderbolt at moderate. So it's only still at moderate. And so far, it looks like...
Wait, what happened to the Griffin? I didn't see anything.
Which...
The 2N?
Yeah, was it
Oh,
charging? Is that what that was?
No, we're seeing something different.
Oh, is the Griffin not firing but doing something different? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right. I'm good to go whenever you guys are ready.
Did he charge him? He didn't
It's a-
shoot at all, did he?
Charge or a DFA?
No, he did not charge.
DFA?
Or he's
No?
just standing there.
That's what
Or
I'm, that's what
He's
I'm
just
gonna
standing
say.
standing there. He's just standing there going, not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. Vicious mockery, maybe? Oh, man. I guess we'll see in a minute. Yep.
Oof.
All right,
yeah, Thunderbolt.
awesome. Destroys the Thunderbolt's leg. Thunderbolt is crippled.
Oh no.
What else we got going on? The Jenner kicks the Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt punches
Oh,
at
so
the
it was
Jenner.
a DFA. And it hit.
And the Jenner takes a head hit and re-rolls edge. One remaining. Jenner taking internal structure. If I haven't already marked that. Yep, there we go. Grasshopper kicking the other Grasshopper and missing. Griffin DFA onto the other Griffin.
Needed a 2, by the way.
Oh, that's
That was very
amazing.
interesting. Yeah. I was
Holy
like, oh.
shit.
Yeah.
Salome takes damage.
Which is the Griffin pilot, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's
Much?
see.
Takes 2. No, not.
Grasshopper and Griffin remain
one
standing.
damage.
Thunderbolt goes down. Schwitt takes a hit. Griffin Undertaker is still standing. He just ate that DFA, bit
Yeah.
the shit out of his tongue in the process, and keeps his mech upright. And the
That's pretty
Jenner rolls to
impressive.
avoid a heat shutdown and succeeds.
Yep.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it is. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Oh, how the turns have tabled.
Yeah, they really have, because now it is 67 to 69 in favor of the Crows, and the Crows now have just about all of the initiative.
Yep.
We might have seen the literal turning of the tide, but I want to point out I was not wrong in my prediction. One mech did indeed go down for the count. I do
Did the
love.
pilot get out of that? I don't know if they.
What's that?
I didn't see the pilot for the crab because I don't see them there. They're still in the mech or.
Oh no.
You guys continue with your movement. Let me go see what happened to the pilot.
Yeah. because I
It
would've
may
thought
not
they
have
got
generated the
displaced
pilot,
or-
but I'm not 100% sure how that works. Because the auto eject does not appear to have been triggered.
Interesting.
So,
Oof.
we'll see what it says at the end, because it will call out a dead pilot, but it also didn't call it out in the damage report either. So, more than likely because it was an engine destruction, or not engine destruction, center torso kill.
Mm-hmm.
It may not have generated the mech pilot. Usually, in fact, the only time it does that is if it does trigger the auto eject or the pilot ejects under quote unquote manual methods. That's the only time the pilot usually gets generated. So the pilot's probably fine, minus any hits he took in the match. Which Noah Rolnick did not take any. I don't know why, but I really like that name. Despite the fact it can be a pain in the ass to write it correctly.
Wow.
Interesting. We indeed have a murder of crows murdering. Not murdering. I don't know. Maybe I said that wrong. I just wanted to make a joke out of the murder of crows.
Oh god.
Huh?
Uh,
Oh! Twit takes another hit.
oh no.
Tried to stand up and failed.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's not doing too well.
No, I think he's lost his edge. No pun, truly no pun intended. I really meant like, his nerves or something.
Yeah,
Oh,
my.
this is gonna be interesting.
Oh
he's
my.
gonna be
shit.
pulling out of the match next turn if he's still alive.
Oh, wow, that Griffin pilot is getting ballsy, and that's all I'm going to say. I don't think I need to say anything else, but
I think with the initiative, I got circled. Okay.
Oh, this is gonna be.
oh, never mind. I read that wrong. Okay, hold on. What am I looking at here? Oh, I know what's going on. Okay, I got it. Wait, did you just?
That's why I was like, oh.
Oh my god, that is, dude. That might have been. I'm not gonna say it because I don't have a rule specifically for it, but man, unsportsmanlike conduct right there, bro. But
I
only
thought
because
he
he
got
failed
up,
it.
in all fairness.
But huh?
Well, okay. So the thing I said that was interesting last match was, oh, there's an arm on the ground, and I'm pretty sure it was from my awesome, right? I
Yeah,
was like, oh,
yeah.
let me go pick that up with my Griffin, and then I realized maybe because it's an assault arm, I can't pick it up, and so I was like, what's next option? So I checked DFAs, and well, 83% chance on the Thunderbolt. So
Well, it's the reason why I'm saying that's something close to unsportsmanlike is because had he made his PSR and was standing, completely legit, valid target, etc., etc. But because he failed and he's still laying on the ground, it could be argued that you're being excessive right now. But it's not that big of a deal because, again, specific rules were not
what happened
written.
this round? Holy.
Oh my god, the Jenner and the Grasshopper both missing everything. The awesome hits with 2 out of 3 PPCs on your Grasshopper, on Luke. Let's see, Grasshopper Undertaker firing on the Griffin, gets him, hits in. The awesome eats a couple of SRM6s.
That should be expected.
Grasshopper
Dude,
makes a
what was this
PSR.
round? Oh my god.
Yeah, some interesting shots being made and shots not being made, exchanging going on here.
Yeah.
Wait, what happened to my Grasshopper shooting? Oh, well,
He missed. He missed every fucking
He missed
thing.
everything.
Yeah,
okay.
or no,
I was
wait.
wondering.
Maybe it was your Grasshopper that hit, and it was his Grasshopper that missed. I don't know. Like the first 2 mechs in the fire report, just absolutely.
Oh, fuck.
All right, so we got a kick on the Thunderbolt, and then we have a DFA that takes out the Thunderbolt's AC 20. We have the Thunderbolt at heavy damage already. Oh, it's already at crippled because it lost its leg.
It lost its leg.
Yeah, that's right. And then the Griffin takes some damage, but that's about all the Griffin can do at this point is take damage as he jumps about, willy-nilly. All right. Going into round 9. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, indeed.
Oh,
That's expected, though.
Yeah, the Jenner. So let's take a look at what happened here.
Damage.
Jenner gained a bunch of heat, sank a bunch of it, but needs to roll a shutdown roll, failed. And then the mech falls over because he failed the PSR to keep the mech upright, probably because there was no fucking power to the systems of staying upright. And then Toju takes a hit.
Although I'm confused about the ammo explosion for Jenner.
Immaterial, because there is no ammo. I think it's one of those coded things that if the heat level hits a certain point, a roll must be made, even if it has no ammo.
Interesting. All right.
62 to 67%. In favor of the Crows. Kind of a fair spread on initiative, I would say. The Griffin of no teeth is going last. So we already know what his mech is going to do.
Yeah.
He's just going to pick a target within range and DFA.
Yeah,
Yeehaw!
I'm gonna have to pop him, I think.
Yeah. Oh man. And of course, his Jenner is
Mhm.
currently out of the fight until his mech starts back up.
It's also true.
So that mech is completely defenseless right now. And not to delay the game, but actually in the interest of eliminating delays, are you capitulating the Thunderbolt?
I will be as soon as I get there.
Okay. I just need to figure out who gets the kill credit because, well, technically the Griffin was the last one to land on it. I mean, the last one
Yep.
to cause damage, so I guess it'll go to the Griffin. Unless anybody wants to object to that.
Is that a DFA or a charge?
The DFA on. Oh, you're asking him what he's doing?
On the awesome. It was either a charge or DFA.
Yeah, we don't know yet.
Yeah, we'll find out
Okay.
soon enough, eh? Sorry, I did not mean to throw that Canadian accent in there.
Yeah, you're doing it.
I really did it. No, like legit, I did not mean to do that. It just
It's
came
not
out that way.
racist. It's fine.
It's not racist because we're all white, right?
Well, no, it's because we don't care.
That's probably more accurate. Let's see. Salam gets kill credit for the TDR. Toju gets kill credit for the CR.
What shall I do? Because someone's about to take a bunch of. Oh, fuck it. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah, that's definitely a
Yes.
thing.
Well, the Jenner's SOL. Let's just hope he doesn't get shit on.
Yeah.
He's gonna get shit on.
He's gonna get shit on. I know.
At this point, I'm not trying to say Luke is out of the match, but I think at this point Luke is trying to score as many points as he could possibly get away with.
Yeah, he's probably about to receive a.
He may have actually, with that losing that Thunderbolt, he may have just dropped below.
Yeah, I may
Well,
have.
probably dropped below 50. I don't know if he
Very
dropped below
close.
25.
Well,
Yeah.
it's like a 4,000 friggin' battle value mech there at the
ooh,
end.
that's a big jump. So he might have.
All right, we'll see.
All right, none of that shit there counts except for the fact that Thunderbolt is off the field. All right, here we go. What round is this? Is this 8 or 9?
This is 9. This is the last. Or
No.
10?
No,
9?
this is.
10?
I'm looking at the report right now. Oh, this is round 9. So you've got this round plus 1. Assuming we don't trigger the victory condition otherwise.
Yeah. Well, this one can't do anything, so.
All right, Schwitt is going to drop attack nuke.
He's gonna drop a tactical nuke.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All
Not
right,
expecting
3
all three of
PPCs
those to
smack the
hit.
Grasshopper.
Although that small laser was not meant to go for the Grasshopper, but we're gonna
Whatever.
ignore that.
We're just gonna pretend that didn't happen.
Mhm.
Grasshopper eats a bunch of fire. The Jenner is taking, and there goes the Jenner.
Section destroyed.
Also,
What
because
was
that
it? Oh,
because
standard gyro.
yeah,
he's not
because of
gonna
that
get
Jenner taking the gyro hit, I'm going to count that Jenner as crippled.
Yeah.
Although technically it wouldn't matter because it's been destroyed. So, who got that shot? That would be.
Of
Oh,
no
the
Grasshopper.
consequence.
CT's done. Oh yeah, it's
Yep, it
destroyed.
ruined the CT. Because wow, look
To
at
be
that.
expected.
1,
All
2, 3.
The entire
3 medium
Grasshopper.
lasers and a large laser. They all hit your CT, and then 3 out of the 3 missiles. Man, that dude had your center
Yeah.
torso just dialed. I mean, you were like immobile, and
Sitting
shit,
still.
so-
Yeah.
Oh, it was aimed. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that now.
Oh, how do you do that?
It's
What?
because your mech was immobile. That option pops up.
Ah, okay. Well,
And here we go. Let's see.
Grasshopper misses
Grasshopper
the.
kick misses. The
Okay.
Griffin DFA hits.
Needed a 1.
Needed a 1.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Again. Ow takes a point of damage. Ow is literally saying they're screaming his name. That was a bad joke. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was. That's okay.
And then the Griffin attempts a DFA and misses. And now we've got a bunch of stacking violations. We got mechs being shuffled literally all over the place, but somehow all of the mechs are still standing.
Yeah, that was a little interesting. All right.
All right, and heat is mostly manageable.
And
looks like we're
let's
gonna-
see if
And we made it into round 10, and we have a
Oh.
change in the lead
Yeah.
somehow. 54 to 51 favoring the Honeybees. So this round will literally be the deciding factor, and it looks like the Honeybees have the better option with initiative. Here we go. Final round. Entertain me. Bread and circuses.
all right.
That might have been a little bit much. The bread and circuses part.
Hmm.
This has been a pretty explosive match. Again, no puns intended, but this has definitely been bursts of fire, bursts of hits, and then a bunch of misses.
Yeah.
And then a
it's
burst
been-
of fire and a burst of hits, and then a bunch more misses.
Oh,
then-
don't forget the DFAs.
I was just gonna say, and then some physical shit. Some inappropriate touches and misconducts. Oh, yeah. So you gonna move your Mac?
Yeah.
It's like I haven't been watching the time, but I'm pretty sure your timer's getting really low. Interesting. Grasshopper popping up out of that spot. Oh, some more tables are turning. And that Griffin just became a paperweight for this round.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless you want an easy kill. There's not much left to it. You've got plenty of lasers to throw on it. Grasshopper is worth more points and also in better conditions. So make smart decisions, I guess.
Yeah.
I think I see what Talos is going for. And does he have a chance? Oh my. He does have a chance. I'm going to say about that. All right, here we go. Final firing phase.
That's the thing.
All right, let's see what happens. Uh,
Ooh, wow.
Crow Grasshopper eating a bunch of lasers in the
Wow.
backside and the right leg. Your Grasshopper misses everything, and the Griffin dumps a PPC and an SRM-6. It misses. The SRM-6 hits with 4 missiles, taking off some critical slots. Your Awesome, on the other hand, hits with 1 of 3 PPCs and manages to kill a heat sink and a medium laser. All mechs are standing. We've got a little bit of physical activity about to take place.
Yeah.
And I think the only thing we're going to get is a
This
kick
is-
that
ooh.
missed.
Ooh.
That
And then
is
I fall
so
over.
unfortunate.
Ooh.
No, I don't fall over. Good.
No, you're still standing.
All right. Well, that's a wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just need Luke, if you could click done. There we go. All right, final score 53-49, favoring the Honeybees.
No.
Side note, I was just bumping through YouTube the other day, yesterday in fact, and I came across a clip from the old Matthew Broderick movie War Games. And,
Oh, wow.
and I realized that this quote that they use when there's a draw, a strange game, the only winning move is not to play, is taken from the movie War Games. At least that's my theory. I'm not sure. Both teams get 2 victory points because it's a draw, according to Megamech. Now
That's
let's.
a very interesting game.
Yeah. And give me just a moment here. Let me pull up the rules. I'm going to mute myself just for a quick second.
Okay. Good game, by the way.
Yes, good game. It was very fun. lots of
Lots of
interesting kills.
DFAs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of them hitting too.
All right, I'm
Yeah.
back. Let's
was
take a
very-
look and see what we've got for kill points. So, starting with the Crows, you killed a medium and a heavy, so that's a total of 5 points. You also kept your Grasshopper alive, so that's additional 3, for a total of 10 points. Did not write that too. Okay, 10. For the Honeybees, 2 points for the draw. You killed a. What'd you kill? You killed a Jenner. A light point. Jesus Christ. Light mech for 1 point, plus 3 points bonus for keeping your Grasshopper alive for a total of 6. For a final score of 10-6 in favor of the Dover Crows. Congratulations, Crows. You win the match. Luke, I'm sorry you took a loss. I don't know what else to say there. That was a fun watch. That was a fun match to watch. Let's go ahead and resolve our fan rolls, because that is the next thing to do. We'll start with the Crows. Give me just a second so I can get on the right page here. Oh, here we go. All right, Crows. It's going to be a 2d6 plus 1 for winning. You have no streaks ongoing and no additional. We didn't have a DFA kill a mech. No, actually, we did technically have a DFA kill a mech. I will allow comments from the 2 of you on this, however. So here's my argument. The DFA didn't actually kill the mech, but it was the last damage rendered to the mech before the mech was surrendered.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense to the 2 of you?
Yeah.
So do I award the plus 3 to the fan roll for a DFA killing a mech? I'm asking so you guys can agree or disagree.
Yeah,
I mean, some people would find it funny that a mech lost all their things, right? And we're just running around kicking
Yeah.
cans.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and as far as the thing goes, what they saw in a span of 10 seconds was a mech land on another mech and then the pilot ejecting.
Or yeah, either. I mean, I know like role playing wise, we usually indicate surrenders, through flares or some other sort of thing. And of course, in Mega Mech, because of the game, the way it's coded and everything, we do the ejection. So I am going to award that +3 unless anybody objects because of a DFA killing. Technically, it didn't actually kill the mech, but it did drive the mech pilot to surrender. That's the reasoning for my argument. Any objections to that?
No.
All right, so that would be a total of, it looks like a +4. Let me double check. We shouldn't have anybody utterly destroyed. We're good. Okay, yeah, so total +4 for your fan roll, Talus. You rolled a 6. That is a total of 10, and that will give you +2 fans. Oops,
Nice.
wrong team. +2 fans. All right, for the honeybees, it will be a 2d6 -1 for losing. I never declared the DFA killing a mech needs to be one of your guys doing the killing. Oh shit, hold on. No, I made that distinction. Okay. I'm going
Total
to
of
allow.
3.
I'm sorry.
Total of
Ooh.
3.
Ooh, so 3 - 1 is 2, even with a plus. So that's oof. All right. I guess the argument still stands. Do we allow you the +3 because a DFA did kill a mech? Even though,
No.
and the reason why I'm asking is because the rules don't specifically state if that bonus goes to one or both teams.
I'm not too concerned.
Which
Okay.
situation are we talking about?
So it was his mech that was killed by the DFA. Does he still get the +3 for his fan roll? Because I didn't make that distinction very clear in the rules.
Oh.
But he's not objecting to not getting the bonus, so he will take a total of 3 - 1 is 2, which means -3 fans. But he's got a handful of fans. It's not going to be a big drop for him in that regard. All right, so that is taken care of. Now we do wealth. Excuse me. Adding the victory points together, we have 16, so 26 wealth to the winners, which are the crows, and 16 wealth to the honeybees. Now I gotta start updating spreadsheets here. So let's go to crows first. Over here, they have 2 wins, 1 loss, and they gained 10 points. That will take them up to 16 points in the cumulative. They gained 2 fans, taking them up to 7 fans total. And now they have a 2 for their super secret squirrely modifier. All right, match earnings: 26 wealth. From their fans, they receive 7. They receive 2 from their sponsorship for winning. And we'll do the rest of that in a moment. Now for the honeybees. Honeybees are now 2 wins and 1 loss, and they gained 6 victory points, taking them up to 19 cumulative. They lose 3 fans, taking them down to 19 total. Their super secret squirrely roll, which they don't get this week, doesn't change. Match earnings: 16 wealth. Fan income: 15. They receive no other compensations, etc., because they lost. That takes us to our next step, which is the draft. Starting with Talus.
Yay.
The draft is on page 14. So let me get to, it's actually on page 13. Oh, whatever. All right, Talus, 2d6. You get a +1 because you won, and you want to roll low.
Fuck.
You rolled a 7. +1 is 8. Meaning, as it turns out, nobody drafted from your team.
Oh.
You got lucky on that regard. Mr. Labrador, if you could roll a 2d6 -1 for a total of 9, which means 1 pilot and 1 tech will be drafted from your team. Or not will, but could be. So starting with your pilots, you have no tier 3s. You have 3 tier 2s. So on a 2 or lower of a 1d6, you could roll 1d6, and then if you roll... Okay, so the first one's good. Second one is good. Third one is good. All right. You have 3 tier 1 pilots, so don't roll a 1 3 times. 1, 2, 3. All right, so all your pilots are safe. Now let's talk about your techs. In your tech category, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tier 2 techs. So again, on a 2 or lower, you will lose a tech. 5 rolls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Man, I saw that number go from 5 to 6 to 3. I was like, oh, here we go. And you have 1 tier 1 tech, so don't roll a 1 once. There you go. You dodged the draft. Congratulations. Oh man, I could feel it now. The draft, and I experienced this too when I'm playing Blood Bowl, in the group that I'm in. When the draft comes up, man, you don't want those bad rolls to go against you, because man, that could be.
I'll be right back. My dog needs to be let in.
Okay. When you get those draft rolls, it's man, that pucker factor really goes up. All right, expenses starting with let's see, maintenance. We'll start with the crows, even though he's not here. This part I could probably figure out mostly on my own. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 went to the field. 1 is currently being worked on. So that's actually -2 finances. Or excuse me, -2 because the 1 is still under repair. Your salaries. Let's see, 2 for all your greens and regulars, 3, 4. -4 for salaries. Repairs, I'll get to that in a moment. Let's do honeybees now. For maintenance, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1. You have a marauder currently unmaintained. And you have a locust 1M currently unmaintained. If you could roll for me, Luke, a 1d6 twice on a 1. I'm sorry, that's not correct. 1d6, it's +1 for each week unmaintained, and on a 6 or higher, the mech suffers damage.
Okay.
So the first one is, oh, actually, the first
Damage.
one, Locust 1M. Let me get just a moment to take it up to light damage. And then for the Marauder, you rolled a 3, so the Marauder's fine. Okay.
Mhm.
Going back to, where am I? Nope, that's what I want. Right. Repair costs and medical costs, starting with the crows.
I got so many medical.
Oh, come on, cat. Hang on, guys. I can't hear shit now because my cat. All right. Can I hear you? I can hear somebody.
Yes.
Okay, good. My cat freaking got hung up on the cords again. No. Go. Starting with the Awesome. Awesome is an assault mech with heavy damage. That is going to cost 8 to repair. Griffin, medium mech crippled. 6 to repair. Hold on, doesn't sound right. Yep, no, that's right. Okay. And then the light mech crippled is also 4. And then your Kitaro that was damaged last week has been paid for. It still needs to make repair rolls. We'll get to the repair rolls shortly. -18 for repairs. And then all 3 of your pilots took 1 hit. So that's going to be -3 for medical. All your pilots are available next week. Let me go ahead and add that into your spreadsheet real quick so I don't forget. So we have repairs -18, -3 medical. Oh wow, that and let's see. Oh no, you're good. You're good. You still made it. You still pulled off some profit this week. All right, let me get to the honeybees. You have a griffin with light damage, +5 because of the technology. That's a total of 6.
Yeah.
You have a medium mech crippled. That is another 6, and you have a heavy mech crippled. That is 8 for a total of 20.
Okay.
You have one pilot with 2 hits. That is a total of -3 for medical.
Okay.
All right, let's go to your spreadsheet now. Oh, I didn't do your salaries or your maintenance costs. Why did I not put that in here? How did I skip that? Oh, because we made rolls for damaging and I didn't update. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 went to the field. So -3 for maintenance. Salaries. I swear to God I did this, but I'm not suddenly not remembering. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, I didn't do yours. Okay, shit. Bear with me here. Brain's not working right. 2 for all your regulars and greens. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So your salaries are 10. Repair costs are -20. Medicals -3. No other things added. And you did take a 5 wealth loss from last week overall. So not horrible. All right, next up is, I do believe, repair rolls. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, starting with the crows. All your techs have 3 attempts each. Starting with your awesome, I need a 4 or better on 1d6. Got it.
Oh yes.
Griffin
Thank God.
needs a 6 or better, 3 attempts. 1, 2, 3. Not
Yeah.
repaired. And then the Jenner also needs a 6, 3 attempts. 1, 2, 3. Not repaired.
Oof. The 515. Oh my God. What is
Yeah.
up with that?
I don't know. And then your Kitaro. You and I had a conversation this past week, and I never updated your sheet. You assigned Kamiko to the Griffin, but
Yeah.
on your mech sheet, Kamiko is currently assigned to you, Kitaro. We agreed to change that. I forgot to update it. Do you remember who took over that? Or the swap out that you did?
Yeah, I
Munnison,
remember.
maybe? No,
Yeah.
because Munnison is on the assault. Excuse me, awesome.
Hold on.
It's probably in your Discord messages, and I don't want to pull it up because it's going to show up on the screen.
Stream. Yeah.
So,
Hold on. I don't see it. I think we talked about it in person.
oh, that's a possibility. Okay. I know we made the change. The tech that is not assigned, you have Rissanen, who is green. Aljabar was assigned to. No, that's not right. So these are the mechs. Jesus Christ. These are the techs you have assigned. Munnison, Kamiko, and Coco. You have, based on that, you have Doi, who's regular, Aljabar, who's green, and Rissanen, who's green. I just need one of them to be slotted for the Kataro so that you can make your repair rolls for it right now. The Kataro.
Okay, so
Go ahead.
so what you're saying was I moved Kimiko from
You moved him from the Kintaro to the Griffin for this week.
for the Griffin.
I wonder, did you maybe intend for Aljabar to take over? Basically, switch swap?
Yeah, it was supposed to be a swap
Okay. Let me make that
because
quick
I'm
change.
looking at what I have here and it was a swap.
Okay. All right. In that case, your medium mech Kintaro needs, because it was crippled with a green pilot, it's also going to be a 6+. You have 3 attempts to get your Kintaro fixed.
Okay, 1 second. What was that? Okay.
Still waiting.
Yep, sorry. You said 1d6?
Correct. 5,
1,
2.
2.
Oh my god. I was waiting for that 515 again. All right, the Kintaro is still busted. So let's go ahead and take a look at your mech sheet really quick. I have, from tonight moving forward, your Griffin is crippled. Let's do this. Let's see. And your General is crippled.
Yep.
All right, you got a couple of crippled up mechs. Give me just a quick second. I'm getting a text. Okay. Yeah, you've got some maintenance problems over here.
Yeah.
Moving on to the honeybees.
Yes.
For your Griffin, I need a 2+. You have 4 attempts. And boom, got it. For your crab, I need a 4+, and you have 3 attempts. Got it. And for your Thunderbolt, a 4+ with 3 attempts. Got it.
So a
Sorry,
5, yeah.
I
Damn,
had to count
You have
how
some
many times I saw.
experienced technicians on your team.
Yeah, well, he does actually. 5 out of 6, I believe, are veterans, or
Oh,
no,
wow.
5 out of 6 or 6 out of 7 are veteran or elite, and then he has 1 regular or something like that.
Oof.
All your mechs are repaired, Luke. Let me just double check, make sure we didn't miss any on your team. No, we have that Locust, but that's the one that took damage just now, so you'll have to resolve that next week. Let's see, repair rolls and then experience points. So starting with the honeybees, following individuals receive experience points. Baker, Noel, Rolnick, and Schwitt all receive 1 each. And then your 3 techs that were in the match: Jim Bob, Rusty, and Fred. Get 1 experience point. And then pros. Following pilots receive experience points based on their performances. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. It was the Grasshopper pilot that killed the mech. Never mind. Okay. For the crows, Owl gets 2. Salome gets 3. And Toju gets 3. And then for your techs, Munison gets 2. Miko gets 2. And Coco gets 2. Experience points are added up. Let's check, make sure I'm not forgetting anything. And there we go. We go back to this screen here. And then we switch this over to... And back in the interview room, excuse me, I think Olaf is just sitting there going, just amazed. And he looks at the two of you and he's just like, that was, oh my God, congratulations, gentlemen. That probably was the most entertaining match of the entire week. And coincidentally, it was the last match of the week, so save the best for the last, I guess. Kenji, wow, tactical brilliance. I don't know if maybe that might be out of place to say that, but your crows definitely did the circling of the dead animal thing, like literally. And I realize I'm making a bit of a joke here, but literally encircling your opponent twice, it looked like, if not more. And then, of course, a couple of times the honeybees did manage to get to break out, but you kept them more or less contained, and I think that's what led you to ultimately win the match, despite the fighting going a little bit questionable as far as who was going to win. Any
Yeah,
comments, Kenji?
it was a very interesting fight. I
Hey,
enjoyed
real quick,
the.
Talus, just real quick. The only thing we see is from here up. Thank you. There you go. That's
Fuck,
good.
I don't know if that fixed it. So,
Well,
all right.
yeah, there you go. Sitting up straight helps.
Yeah, I'm just like lounging. Um,
Uh-oh.
the aggressiveness that they had, and the fact that the Griffin did not just eject, um, regardless of financial situations currently. So,
Well, you definitely walked away with more money than you came in with, so that's always a good
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Luke, speaking of that Griffin that just would not quit, when others may argue that he should have. What any thoughts?
I
And
should have pressed a little bit harder on that Griffin after it was crippled. I figured it would have ejected or been pretty useless, but then it occurred to me after that death from aboves are definitely a factor.
Indeed, and seeing the now obviously your Griffin didn't take a lot of damage overall.
No.
It's certainly not to the level of the Crow's Griffin, which proved to be still useful despite being a glorified paperweight, especially in the last few seconds there where it just couldn't get into position to do anything and it was too far away to jump onto it, anything to break its back. Gentlemen, that was a hell of a match, all told. Um, the Honeybees put up a hell of a fight as we expected, of course. It just couldn't quite get the upper hand. I guess really is the only way to say it. Luke, any thoughts?
No, I think we were just outplayed this time. As you had mentioned, we were circled a few times. We were zoned into the places that the crows wanted us,
Indeed,
and we just couldn't break out of that.
indeed, indeed. And for a moment, I thought it was going to happen, and it unfortunately it didn't work out in the long run. Genji, the encirclement thing, is this a new strategy? Should we expect to see this more often, or was it just a happy coincidence or turn of events that helped your team in the long run here tonight?
I want to say that it was a trial with the Grasshopper, considering the Awesome doesn't have a very high profile movement compared to the Griffin and Jenner, who kept jumping around and running around everything.
Yeah.
Um, so having that extra mech and having three mechs that could essentially jump from place to place to place and repeatedly like flank, right, was very interesting, especially since the Awesome took quite a bit of damage.
Yes.
Because it was at one point encircled, or at the very least, always had someone on its ass.
Yes, and speaking of having someone on its ass, I noticed on your team a lot, and I think this is yeah, I'm getting the sign. This has got to be my last question here. Uh, a lot of movement exposed your pieces. Or, no, I should say pieces. That always sounds like we're playing on a chessboard. Obviously, we're not. Uh, a lot of movement leaving your mechs in positions where their rears were exposed multiple times, multiple mechs. Is this part of this new strategy? Is there like a bait and switch sort of thing going on? What's going on there?
Yeah, so the Awesome was sort of in the end, it's an assault. It has to have its armor shared, so to speak. You can't just let it sit back and face tank. You gotta use every little bit, instead of just letting it sit there as we did the last two games. So this round it sort of got deep in the nitty gritty and took some internal slots here and there probably, but yeah.
Alrighty. Well, final thoughts, gentlemen. Starting with Luke.
Well, thank you for having us. This has been a great evening.
Indeed, indeed. And Kenji, anything further for the fans here at home and across the Intersphere?
This was a very fun match to watch.
It definitely was. As someone who watched it, as opposed to being in it, this was a good game. Good game, gentlemen. Yep. All right, well, that will do it for us, my friends. Coming up soon, we will do our week in review. And of course, as always, plenty of mech action, interviews, and other exposés. Just stay tuned. There'll be plenty more to come. And